Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This one was all about SempiTernal guitars. This is a beautiful 7-string. So if you haven't seen the first video, I am taking my YouTube a lot more seriously now. I'm going to be getting a new video out every week with a different guitar. So this guitar is a one-off build. This, apparently he's got templates so he can remake them, but he makes them to order. This one has actually been given to me for this video, so I've got to give it back, which means this exact guitar is still for sale. It's on their website for $3,500, so if you're interested in it, the link will be below and you could buy this guitar. So let's start by looking at the specs. So first of all, we have got 7 strings. For those that aren't aware of a 7-string, what that gives you is the standard 6 and then a low B string as well. So we've got 5 extra semitones lower pitch that we can go. This guitar has also got fan frets, which means our lower strings actually have a longer length than our higher strings, and the frets have to adjust accordingly. The guitar is actually a neck through, which means the neck is all made from one single piece. In fact, the headstock, neck and body is all one single piece, and then your sides added on. The neck and the fretboard are made from a mix of maple and walnut. That gives you both your high and your low end tones pretty well. Pickups. So these pickups are made by Bare-knuckle. Now I've played quite a lot of Bare-knuckle recently and I'm falling in love with them. These were custom wound ones based on their War Pig pickups for this 7-string. The body is a mix of poplar and flamed oak. And as you can see, we've got these resin bits in it. This black, this is all a resin inlay, which just makes it look gorgeous. As well as the pickups being made by Bare-knuckle, our pots are also Bare-knuckle. And the tone has got an extra meaty capacitor. I don't know the specs, but basically when I drop that tone and lift it up, there is so much more movement on this tone-wise than any other guitar I've played, ever. Okay, so let's go into my personal opinions about it, the pros and cons. Well, pro number 1, it looks gorgeous. I think this is an awesome guitar. I do love playing 7 strings, that extra metally beastie B, I don't know, I just love it. Obviously with the Bare-knuckle pots and pickups, it sounds amazing. That's definitely another pro. I just love the tone. I'm sure other people could get a better tone out of it than I can. I love playing my guitar and shredding on it, but I still haven't put enough work into understanding tone as well as other guitarists. So another pro is really lightweight for a 7-string. It made my flip really easy to do. I'm quite surprised actually at how light it is, especially when you consider the body's made from oak. I would have thought of oak as a heavier wood than this. So the fan frets are actually a lot more intuitive than I thought. Sweeping patterns are actually easier than I thought they were going to be on it. I've played around a little bit with fan fret, but not as much as I have standard. Okay, so now the cons. So I love Josh to pieces. Only met him a few times, but every time he's been so kind. His guitars are made amazingly. But still got to be honest with you guys. So there's a couple of cons to this. Most of them I find personal cons than actual problems with the guitar. So the neck is really thin, which means I can play nice and fast. But this radius at the top and the back here, I feel like it goes too flat and then curves last minute. I'd like it to gradually go a bit more, so it does feel like it's not as thin as it actually is. But other people do like a thicker neck, so there's definitely, it's a con for me personally, because I'd like it to range off. However, I only have to play the guitar for about 2 minutes and I forget that. So it's obviously not as much of an issue as some things could be. Another pro I missed out, because it's neck through, there's no horrible bolt thing here so I can get my hand right up to these higher frets. So I was looking for cons to give you, and there's only one other con I can possibly give. When I'm plugged in and I put it in my stand, the jack lead is pushing against the floor. So actually I can't have it plugged in and put it on my stand. That's the closest thing to a con I can think of. But if I'm on a wall rack or I unplug, it's fine. It holds up well on any stand. So not really much of a con, but I was trying to find some. So there you go. There's my 2 cons. I'd like to change the neck a bit and that. But Josh is also really good. If I turned around to him and said, I want you to build one of these for me, but I'd like these bits and bobs changed with it, he would actually do that. That's the great thing about having them built to order. So there's the specs on the guitar. Now Josh has been making guitars for just around 5 years, so he's really managed to get himself around the actual skills of everything he's got to do. It's why it plays so well. But his actual company, SempiTernal, have only just been going over a year, but they've still got a few guitars for offer. So again, the links are going to be in the description. You can go and check out their other guitars because there are some gorgeous ones. This is one of the most expensive because of the amount of work it's got. There are a few guitars that are just over the grand mark. which play amazingly, but most of them are your straight fret 6 strings. So my new signature guitar flip, I actually missed it out of the original recording, so I've added it into the intro afterwards. I just got so into playing this guitar, I forgot that I wanted to fit that into every video. Woohoo! Which was why you can notice in the video most of the way I'm plugged in, and for the flip, actually I'm not. That's just because it was an addition. Obviously, when I do the flip live, I'm plugged in using my wireless system. That's my Line 6 wireless system I mentioned in my first video. Again, links for that will also be in the description. So if you enjoyed that backing track, I am going to be uploading that, if I haven't already, to this channel as a separate video so you guys can have a go at just jamming along over the top. It's at 100 BPM in B minor. So as usual, the backing track was made with this guitar as well as the lead, which I'll be doing for all of the videos. So if you want to check that out, you can. The actual track of me jamming over it will be mastered as well and uploaded as a track available on Spotify, iTunes, and every single one of those downloading sites. Once again, I have filmed some behind the scenes stuff, so if you are enjoying these videos and you want to see them, comment below. I'm not going to upload them straight away, but if I get enough comments showing interest, then I'll start doing some behind the scenes, how I create the backing tracks and bits and bobs like that. So if you haven't seen my videos before, I am Rory and I run a business called The Guitar Ninja. It's both a teaching business and a guitar brand. We actually now have t-shirts and things available, so there are links for t-shirts, there are links for coffee cups and all sorts. They're available in both the UK and the US. Depending on which things you want, depends on delivery times. They're all made to order, so it's not like you're going to be able to get something through the letterbox the next day. So one final reminder, links for everything. Buying the guitar, the backing tracks, the actual tracks online, the Guitar Ninja merchandise, all of that will be in the links below. In the description below, you know what I mean. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please hit that like, subscribe, smack the bell so that you know when the next thing comes out. And obviously if you want to support me more so I can make these videos even better, then I've got a Patreon site where you can fund some of this magic. Thank you for watching. I'll check you in the next one. Bye!